guys, welcome back to another episode of my vlog Catch 22 with Ayo-Akinloye. I am so happy that you found me here. Thank you to all my subscribers. I'm saying a very big thank you to all of you because it's because of you that I could do this over and over and over again. If this is your first time here, you're welcome to, and thank you too. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on every fresh episodes of my vlog. So last week I did a movie review, and that was Mount Zion's Abattoir's movie review. And you know, I was like people's pharmacist for last week because I was one that recommended the movie for them, and they're like, oh, I'm going to go and watch this movie. I'm so going to watch this movie. So thank you very much. Today I am sharing with you my story, a personal story, and the fact that you are seeing this movie, this vlog means that I have posted it, because I have done this video like 2 times and I not end up posting it because the story actually means a lot to me, and I know you all want to hear the story. So sit back and enjoy. Yeah, so this is like exactly a year ago. I think I'm supposed to like do an anniversary for myself. This is like exactly a year ago, and it's one of the very toughest times of my life. And you know, it's that time when I just came back from service and I was thinking of, oh, what else? What are you going to do with your life? Are you going to go back to school? Are you going to work? Are you going to just face this or face that squarely? So I was at that point in my life. That is on one side. Then I'm at another point in my life where I'm like, you keep making the same mistakes over and over again that you feel like God doesn't want to hear another word from you. You know, it's like when a child has been doing the same thing over and over again, like that, mommy, calm down, boy. If you did the same thing over and over again, and got to a point that your mom or your parents will be like, I don't want to hear another story from you. I'm just going to punish you this time. So that is like exactly how I felt. So I'm putting that before I start the story, so you know how vulnerable I was. Like at that point in time where you just want something to fill a hole that has been created in your heart, the hole that only God can fill. You get. So it happened that I had thought in my mind that okay, it has been happening for long, that I just want to be on my own. I don't want to keep chasing this God thing. Well, nobody is doing the gym thing anymore. Everybody's just flexing, and you get. So I wish I knew. So I was at that point in my life. So I had met this person through a very close friend of mine, that introduced me to this to another friend, and she was like, oh, this person wants to meet you, saw you sing in church and really fell in love with your singing, so really wants to know you better. I'm like, good. And you know, I'm like, I haven't dated for like how many years? 3, 4, 5 years. So I'm like, oh, just flex. You don't have to keep running for everybody. Because this happened to you doesn't mean that everybody is a bad person. So we became friends, we started talking, but seriously, every of our discussion was mainly about music. At that point in time, I knew my prayer life was getting really worse. And something that I've noticed about me is when my prayer life is getting worse, then I know there is something that I have to take care of. Like there is like a danger looming that I have to watch out for. So I had complained to this my friend in one of our gistings one day, and I'm like, my prayer life is getting worse, I don't know what to do. And he said, do you know, I think he said from Paul and Eche. I said, no, you know, no, I should tell you this, that I have been listening to like the same speaker or preacher over and over again, and I feel like these are just the best. I don't want to listen to another person. Then my spiritual life is not even that, you know. So I said no. I was like, oh, you need to listen to LawrenceoYor. I'm sure it's going to help your prayer life. And I'm like, okay, let me listen to him. Do you have any of his messages? What does he do? Because he could not even explain to me what he does. He said, yes, he's a pastor, but he's a musician, he's a keyboardist. I'm like, calm down. Which one is he doing? So he said, okay, I'm going to play Bowl of Fire. That was the first song I had from LawrenceoYor. Should I say first ministration? So you know, when he started playing it, I think there was one part that I called funny then. This 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 chant pattern. I'm like, I can't even relate. Like, what's this? So it was like, no, you need to just listen and all and all. But I was just like, whoa, familiar. This is not, I say prayer life. I'm not asking you to come and add something that I'm not even familiar with my life again. So we closed that chapter. So a few months after then, I had decided to go back to school. I had resumed for my MSc, and I was going to class. Was it class or seminar? One of the two went that day. And I passed in front of the student union building of my school, and I saw this very big post saying OYOR was coming to my school on the 24th of November. That's last year. I think latter rain, yes, for latter rain. It's a Femi Lazarus program, Pastor Femi Lazarus program. So I saw it and I chatted with my friends like, oh, OYOR is coming to my school. And it was like, oh, you guys in the Southwest, you really enjoy, you get to see a lot of these, men of God. And I feel like jealous. I'm like, whoa. Okay, so, but I didn't plan to go. Like, I was not going to go. Why should I go? It's not like I really like OYOR, his ministrations, or I'm really into it like that. I only got to listen to him once because my friend had recommended him to me. So I said, I just told him, and that was it. But at that point in time, I told you how vulnerable I was. Then communication between my friend and I had started reducing drastically, and I was trying to bridge the communication and make things work, and it was really a very hard time for me. I felt really lonely, and I was just struggling to keep the person to feel that hole in my heart. So we were not really talking anymore, and at that point there was a day that I was so down and I didn't know what next to do. So that day I took my phone and downloaded Wall of Fire. I downloaded Wall of Fire, so I just plugged my ears, I listened to it, and it's quite a long ministration. At a point in time, I found myself praying, and I think I prayed for 30 minutes that day. It's been long. I prayed that long. It's like, I want to tell you how long it is, like very long, like for months that I prayed that long. And I said, oh, I think this is a good one. This is a good one not because I have started liking OYOR really, but because it's helped me drown my sorrow at that particular time. I downloaded some more songs. I think I downloaded you are my daddy, your baby singing. I downloaded some more after then. So I started listening to OYOR. Then some of my friends that knew me as a spiritual person said, are you going for the program? I said no. I said no. I remember a guy in my class, when they shouted out to Diary said, you are coming for this program? I said no. I said why? I said, why is everybody talking about the program? I just don't want to come. I don't see a reason why I should come. So a few weeks after, I told you I've been trying to mend the bridge between me and this my friend, and we had sat down to talk about what is happening, why is communication dwindling and between the two of us and all. So there was this day I told him, okay, the program is on Sunday, and he said, oh, so are you going? I said no. He said, why? Go now. So I said, I actually don't have it in my mind to go. He said, okay, go, help me make videos, or because I might not get to see a site to download the program or something, just record OYOR's ministration for me and send to me. So I actually went to the program, not because I was just going to get blessed, because I want to go and take pictures, videos, and sound recordings for someone, for a friend who does that. So I had come back from church. It was a Sunday. Like I said, you should check your calendar. It's a very remarkable day in my life that I can never forget, 24th of November 2019. So I went for the program, and when I got there, I was 20 minutes late to the 5,000 seater capacity building. I was 20 minutes late, like I said the other time, and the place was filled to the brim. Like I had to stand somewhere, I had to choke myself somewhere at the back. That was the first time I knew that seriously, people my age, are chasing God. I felt like I had been slowing down. I think we had P. Daniels and Pastor Femi Lazarus come first. And at that time the atmosphere was getting tense and I was feeling the presence of God already. I remember P. Daniel sang the sang the song with his wife and some of his crew that day, and it was I feel like I was just there waiting. I was standing for hours, and I even thought the church that organized the program never knew people were going to be that much, because they were short on protocols, saying how like the crowd was, they couldn't manage the crowd anymore, and people were feeling the manifold presence of God, falling, screaming and all. You don't need to be told, like I saw with my own eyes. Lawrence Oyor came around. Believe me when I said it was really late. It was very late. I think that was the Sunday after J. Mike's wedding, and I think he had best J. Mike. I thought that could be the reason for his lateness. I don't know, but I just thought that could be the reason for his lateness. So he came around and we started singing. It was so, we had the go, the presence of God was so everywhere, and we had all the vibes and all. Then he came, it was so cool. I remember this. We started with the Jesus, my love, I want to make you proud, I want to bless your heart. So when we started that song, I couldn't stop myself from crying. I was really, really crying that I could not stop myself. I felt so weak to my knees and I sat on the floor. So it started, we sang that for a while, then before he started his main ministration. Guys, in short, let me not waste our time. I could not take a picture, take a video, do no recording. I could not do anything. I left there so determined that I was going to do something about my altar. So that was the first time I had God's audible voice, and it took me back to when Elijah told God that, oh, I'm the only one in this thing, there's nobody like serving you anymore, I'm the only prophet remaining. And God told him that, calm down. I said, like, is it 3,000 or 7,000 prophets that have not learned that or kissed bow? Exactly what I felt, because I felt like there are so many people my age that really wants to know God, and they are doing everything in their power to get to know Him more. So I told you before that the communication my friend was dwindling, like was coming down. Now it's like it disappeared into thin air. So lonely. I would cry. I would cry every day and all. That was the time my friend, one of them, we attended the program together, said that day we have to start doing a morning tongue strolling. So we pray every morning 1 hour, 30 minutes go, 30 minutes come back. Well, at that point I had already started feeling like the Holy Spirit was comforting me. Like I was feeling so close to God. I was feeling so close. But I later got to a point, the devil now. I know you're watching about 2 and you're seeing how the devil is playing with Martin's head. Like it got to a point where whenever I remember anything that has to do with Lawrence Oyor, I remember the fact that I knew Lawrence Oyor because my friend introduced me to him. So one day I just woke up and I deleted everything that had to do with Lawrence Oyor. And that day that I had the program, everybody around was just singing, Jesus, my love. Like, I cannot go to class or go to even town when I hear 1 or 2 or even more persons sing Jesus, my love. I'm like, can't people just understand that somebody doesn't want to hear that song? But in the end, I found out that God was really on my matter, and He was just going to get my attention no matter what. And I'm so glad that I found God at that lowest point of my life, because later when I told you we have been going for the prayer every morning, and one day I felt like I was hearing the song, may it not be heard that you ever found anyone loving you more than me. So I just couldn't do it anymore. Like I had to really focus on God, and I would say that listening to Lawrence Oyor and his programs and his ministrations has been one of the greatest strengths that God has given me and has helped me. So what don't I believe anymore? I know you want to hear that part. That part is, I had always believed that I have to do what I have to do, and to make sense out of this life, like I have to do it myself. I don't. For example, when anyone talks about praying or doing anything before getting married, I'll be like, it's not that hard. As a matter of fact, whenever I go to seminars or I hear it in church, I'll be like, what are they saying? It's not that hard. Just meet the person, you like the person, and this is friend between the two of you, so get married. What's the big deal? But meeting Lorenzo, I listened to a lot of his programs. I found out that God is really interested in every details of our life, like every detail. And now I have learned to always have faith and trust in Him and believe that He is there, and He has always shown Himself to me. He has really always shown Himself to me. So I had really stopped believing that this thing that God is not interested in this, or I have to do this. As a matter of fact, I don't try to figure things out myself. If things isn't working, then I know, and I've tried my best. I pray, and I just follow every leading that I see that God has impressed upon my heart. So no stress. You want to have total peace, right? I know you want to be happy, have total peace, and what have you. Just learn to talk to God every day. I don't want to bore you more. I know you've enjoyed this story. So this is where I'll be ending this story. If you don't know OYOR, I would advise you check him out. I would advise if there's any of his program near you, I would advise that you go for them. And like you will always say, we will be many. So this is where I'll be ending my vlog for today, because it's been a year of God's faithfulness in my life, and I have not been up and down saying, oh, I'm good today, I'm good tomorrow, and I've not been in that situation where I mentioned before I started this vlog, that I'm making the same mistakes over and over again. Like, it's been a smooth journey with God and a happy and fulfilled one. So I thought I would share that with you. So always remember, the life is a catch-22. You can't fight it, not resist it. The only way to fight life is to accept it. So speak your truth, as your truth can help anyone out there. This is Catch-22 with Ayo-Akinloye. Till we meet next week. I love you guys. Peace.